Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about a little bit of the summer activities I have for the kids. So I'm just going to show you what I have and then talk to you about what free summer events you can take your kids to. I found out late last year, about the free activities that I had in my area. So I'm making a video to let you guys know wherever you live at. Google it, check your local park, library, bowling alley, and movie theater. They all offer free events. So first I'm going to talk about is my local park. So my local park has free events, I believe, every couple of weeks at the park. They'll do like bubble bash, which I took the kids to last year. So they have like a couple of people from the park that volunteer, and they have bubbles. So a guy comes with all these big bubbles they make, and they have little stamps. They have little activities. They have like Connect Four, like the big one, and they just have a whole bunch of stuff for the kids to do for about 2-3 hours. And we took them there. I took them there last year, and they had a blast. And they're actually going to be doing it again this year, so I'm also going to take them again. And um, yeah, so just make sure your local parks. Um, they'll tell you in advance, and I have several parks around here, so I can take them to different parks to do different activities. They also have like science little activities. They have arts and crafts. We have a skating, like if we want to skate, sometimes they'll open an ice rink at one of the parks and they'll have skating. And they also have skateboard, but my kids don't know how to do any of that. But they also have skateboard. And then the parks always have like simple little events. They're gonna have a maze design for like 2 hours, so that'll be at a different park. And let's see, what else I have written down? They have Lego painting at another park. That'll be 2 hours. And that's another day. So those are three so far. I have to recheck the calendar because they keep updating things to do. So that's for the park. Then the movie theaters, usually all local movie theaters do have free movies. So my movie theater actually starts now in June. You get free movies, and they do it twice a week. So every Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 o'clock, they offer free movies. And it's the same movie like for that Tuesday and Wednesday of that week. And then the following Tuesday and Wednesday is a different movie. And it's at 10 a.m. at my movie theater. And you have to go to the movie theater, request the tickets for that free movie. You can get how many tickets you want, and it's first come, first serve. So make sure you're there early because there are a lot of parents that bring their kids, and the seats do fill up quite fast. So, like for example, the first movie for us will be Minions, and then the following week they're gonna have Trolls. And then the following week, I already started marking everything on my calendar, so I'm ready and prepared. The next movie is Bad Guys. Now, some of these movies are the same movies from last year, but I noticed Sonic, we didn't have last year, so Sonic 3 is different. And Wild Robot is different. That'll be one. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is another one that we didn't have last year. So those are the three that I noticed that are different from last year. Okay, so that's the movies. So that's movies and parks I talked about. Now, library also offer a lot of free events for kids to do. But the only thing with the library, a lot of the times are like 2-3 o'clock. I like to do things in the morning because this is the time where after afternoon time, I rather just stay home and do stuff that are like in my community or my area that's somewhere simple to do. So next is the library. So check your local libraries to see. Let's see now. Mine's is doing Okay, so it shows that my library is doing every Saturday arts. So from 10 a.m. to 12, they'll be learning about different arts, it says, and I can find out the theme on the calendar. And then they have, for elementary kids, like different age groups, they have another day where they do activities for kids that are um, in elementary school, which I guess is from kindergarten maybe to second grade. And they also will be doing, it says art and science, pictures, painting pictures. And then for teens, they have a tie-dye day for teens. And then for adults, they also do activities for adults. It says here painting, and I'll just have to check the calendar. Okay, so I grabbed my laptop so I can see like other things. Okay, so here shows bingo for all ages at 10 a.m. They have chair yoga. They have knitting. Knitting is for adults. Movers and shakers is for children. So it's just fun listening to stories, singing songs, learning rhymes. In this drop-in activity, children will get to create an art project to take home with them. That's at 2 o'clock. My library offers a lot of things for the kids. So that was library. I said movies. What was the other one I said? Oh, park. So those are the three things so far. And then you also have to check your local bowling. If you have a bowling alley next to you or there's a local one, they usually offer, let me see what it's called. It's called bowling. So my bowling offers this. They offered it last year, but I didn't know about it till like almost the end of summer, which sucked. But now I am ready. So if your local bowling alley is offering this, then you can go sign them up online, and you can play. Well, not you. Your kids can play one free game, and they get one shoe rental per day for free. So basically, you can take your kids every day to play one game, and then if you want to play another game, you have to pay, I believe, like $2.15 per game. So like if you do 10, I think it's like 10 rounds, I believe, for one game. And then if they want to play another game, then you pay $2.15. Depending on your location, and you have to pay for the next one, and then you can just keep playing. And mine is for younger kids, so between kindergarten all the way up to high school, kids are eligible to play for free. And mine's actually started the end of May, but they're gonna also open up earlier. They normally don't open till 3 o'clock, but for summer hours, it's at 12 o'clock. So I'm really excited. My daughter loves to go bowling, and I'm definitely gonna take them this year to go bowling. I already signed them up. So last year they gave me like this little card, and then they would check off every time I would go. They would check it off, and then they just give you your shoes, and they'll set you up with your name, and then your kids can play. And then they also have an eating area in mine and an arcade. So after they play like a game, we eat, and then they play some arcade, and that wastes not that much of time unless you're gonna be playing. But I feel like my kids were done like 30 minutes, so I had to kind of tell them to slow down on the game. Like it wasn't a rush, take your time. And I did play I paid for like another game. So we was there for about like an hour and a half, 2 hours. We also walked around to the arcade. So I'm very excited to take them there. So we have plenty of places to take your kids for free. So again, park, a lot of activities for free. Bowling alley for free. Movies for free, and your local library offers a lot of free activities and events, and you can also go and read a book. So those are the four main things that I'm definitely taking my kids this summer. Now, two more things, and then I'm going to show you all the stuff that I got for the kids to entertain themselves when we're at the park or in the backyard. But let me go over a couple more educational stuff. Also, I found this out also, so I'm going to let you know. If you have a Barnes & Noble next to you, you need to print this out. So the Summer Reading Journal. So earn a free book through the Barnes & Noble Summer Reading Program for kids in grades 1st grade to 6th grade. Now they have to read 8 books this summer and write it on the journal on this paper. And then you bring this form to your local Barnes & Noble store between July 1st and August 31st, and they get 1 free book. So then the third step is you choose your free reading adventure from the books listed below. So these are the books that you can get for free once you finish reading your 8 books. They have for grades 1 and 2, and they have a little category here of books. And then 3rd and 4th grade, and 5th and 6th grade. And then in the bottom, you put your child's name, their school day, grade, and then the parent signs it. And then on the second page, here is where you write the titles and authors of the books you read in the boxes below and tell us which part of the book is your favorite and why. And that's the 8 right here. And then you just bring this into the Barnes & Noble and then you get your free book, but you have to wait till July. So you have to wait till July 1st to August 31st to return this to get your free book. You can pick any book. It doesn't have to be a book at Barnes & Noble. You can have you have books at home. They can read those books, or you could take them to Barnes & Noble and just have them read a book there. And yeah, so that's super easy, cute idea. Got that. Then I also got my kids Brain Quest books. I love to get workbooks for my kids to get their minds working, because the one thing that they said is that during the summer, a lot of kids don't read or don't do any assignments, do any workbooks. They're all about playing, which is fine, but they feel like kids get back to school and it's like they forgot half the stuff they learned. I read something like that. So my kids are always working on workbooks all year round, and the summer is going to be the same. So I grabbed this one for my daughter, ages 6 and 7, grade 1. She is now a 1st grader. So this is Brain Quest workbook. It says a full year of curriculum-based exercises and activities in one fun book. You get phonics, spelling, vocabulary, language arts, math skills, addition, subtraction, social studies, shapes and measurements, science, money and time. So it's a lot of stuff for her to do. I'm so excited. Can't wait for her to start working on these. And then for my son, he is now going to be going to 3rd grade, and his is ages 8 to 9. And his basically says the same thing, but spelling and vocabulary, language arts, reading and writing, math skills and word problems, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, fractions and decimals, measurements, social studies, science, technology. So they'll be working on this summer, and there's a lot of stuff to do, and they love to work on their workbooks. But yeah, like between the middle of 1st grade, I'll probably start having her work on 2nd grade stuff, and him the same, and he'll be working on like 4th grade stuff, just so that he's ahead of the game. So that's all the educational stuff, all the free ideas I'm giving you that I found out. Now I'm going to show you the toys and little activities that my kids play when we go to the park or basically in my backyard. So first thing is, of course, bubbles. So I have this for this is like the 2nd summer, and it's already halfway down to here finally. This one I got from Target. So you get, I think this was like $3 or $5. It's big container. This is 1 gallon of bubbles. So what I do is I have these cute little designs, and it comes with this tray. You just pour the bubbles in here, pick one of these, and go like that, and then lift it up, and then the bubbles will come out in these designs. Super cute. So they love playing with this toy. So that's why you need a lot of bubbles. Then we always have a whole bunch of these bubble wands. I take them to the park, or they play in the backyard. and they love these bubble ones. So I usually fill up, like when I get gallons of bubbles like this, I'll fill it up with these in the wands. Um, yeah, so we have a whole bunch of these. These also come in like a pack of 5 or 6, anywhere between Walmart, Dollar Tree, Five Below. They always have a whole bunch of these. So that's more bubbles. Then they have a whole bunch of these reusable water balloons. So you just put some water in there, close it up, and then you can toss them. And they like to play with this in the pool. So we take them with us when we go to the pool, and it's super easy. You don't have to pick up all those balloons, like, which is basically this. This the kids love. This is the same thing as this, but this will leave, like the balloons will be on the floor. And then sometimes I pick them up if I can from the grass, which is the only thing I don't like about this, is that it makes a mess where once the balloons pop, then there's a whole bunch of balloons on the floor. So if you don't care, then you leave it. If you do care, like I do, I pick them up. So this one I actually got at the store called Ollie's, and it's bunch of balloons. So in this one, you get 100 balloons, and in 60 seconds, they all fill up with water. You just attach it to your hose that you have outside. And I usually take my Lowe's bucket, and as soon as they get filled up, they'll pop out. And then if they don't pop too hard, they'll pop right there and then they'll break. But yeah, so my kids love this. And then I got this one also, which is the reusable kind. So I have a whole bunch of these. I just got them here right now. They come in a whole bunch of different colors. So I also grabbed these kinetic sand bags. This one is pink. My kids have pink, purple, and blue. It comes in a tray where they bring you like little toys that you can connect the sand to it, and then when you take the sand out, it'll have like a little stamp. This one is just a 2-pound bag. I got extra because my daughter always happens to just drop hers on the floor a lot. Yeah, so they love playing that. I let them play this in the backyard because this can be messy, but it's super easy to clean. You just grab the rest of the sand and it'll all pick up on its own. But yeah, I like them to play this in the backyard. There's another fun activity my kids love to do. So if you have never heard of it, kinetic sand. It's basically like Play-Doh, but it doesn't dry up. I literally had this bag for about 3 years, and it's still perfectly nice and smooth. This is brand new. Inside here, my daughter plays with, like I give her half, and she'll play with it in the Ziploc bag. Oh, so this one is the pink one. So it's super, super like smooth and soft. Yeah, and they love it. It has no odor or anything like that. And it's so smooth. It's like sand in the beach without the mess, but in color. And you can also get these on Amazon. I'll leave it linked down below. I'm also part of the Amazon Associates program, so I get a little commission when you purchase anything on my link, which I'll leave down below. This is one of the products. Then this is the kids sunscreen that I'm always racking up. I usually get these at BJ's. They always have them on sale. They're like $20, but they sometimes have like a $5 coupon. And I'm always racking up. These are the ones that I love to use on my kids. These are Copper Tone Kids. SPF 50, water resistant for 80 minutes. And yeah, these are free of dyes and a whole bunch of other words here that I cannot pronounce. And this is recommended protection. So these work on my kids perfectly. We always get a nice little tan when we are done. As you notice, I don't got my tan yet, but as soon as we start going to the park and the pool in the backyard, I spray this on my body as well as my kids. I don't put this on their face. I use something else for their face. And yeah, it works perfectly, and we all come back looking golden and tan. Then the last two products have this huge box of chalk. So these are washable sidewalk chalk art set, ages 3 and up. The kids were playing with it. There's 60 pieces. It comes with chalk handles, and the chalks have glitter, pastel marble, and it has sea creature chalk. And then it has stencils as well. This was another BJ's Finds. Kind of messy in here right now. So these are the stencils. These are the chalks. This one's a shark. Ooh, my favorite. Dolphins, pink little dolphin. These are the handles. And you put the chalk in there if you don't want chalk in your hand. These are the marble ones. They haven't used, it's still in the packaging. We still have a lot. We have not used a lot of these. This one is glitter. Not sure if you can tell. Super pretty. Yeah, so this is something that's non-toxic, long-lasting, break resistant, but clearly mine just broke because it fell on the floor. And dustless, which is perfect. My son does have allergy, and when it's kind of dusty, it does affect his allergies, and he'll start sneezing. And then, if it's on his hands, and if he happens to go like this, he'll get on his face. So that's why I prefer him to put his in this handle so he won't get chalk on his hands. Yeah, so they'll be using this summer. Still a lot of chalk in here. She'll last for a couple of summers. This is the last activity. I believe I showed this last year. This was called a ring toss game. So it comes in this cute, super cute little bag. You can just carry it with you. You can also take this to the park. Usually my kids play with this in the backyard. These are the rings. They come in red and blue. And then you set it up on the ground. This is the little stick. And then you put these inside here. No, this one. Inside this thing. And then you just have to toss them. Like that. And then you just throw them in here. I'm not sure if I'm doing that one. Yeah. So it's super cute. My kids love to play this in the backyard. You also get this kind. And yeah, basically that's it. It comes with 2 of these sticks. See, let's see here. Yeah. So you place like the red one this way, and then you place the blue one like this, like a cross. And then you just roll, and whoever has the highest wins. So I love this cute little bag, super convenient. Yeah, not sure where I got this from. If it was Amazon, I'll leave a link down below. So that's everything that I wanted to talk about in today's video. If I have more stuff to talk about, I'll make another video. Because there's a couple more things that the kids do play with that's in the garage, but it's kind of hard to get to the garage at the moment. So that might just be another video. So this is everything that I spoke about. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you learned some new things to do with your kids during the summer. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.